Merry Christmas Eve, everyone. I am hiking in Sycamore Canyon Wildlife Reserve out here in Riverside. Beautiful morning. Just kind of pan around for you guys, take a look. This is a little wildlife reserve, just a couple hundred feet or yards, probably from my front door here in Riverside. And I used to come out here a lot, quite a bit, and do some hiking, and I haven't been in a while, but every time I come, this place reminds me how nice it is, how beautiful it is, especially to have it so close from my front door. I mean, literally I could walk out my door and be actually in the wildlife reserve in a minute or two. But the first part of this hike is pretty difficult, actually. We're basically going straight uphill, and if you could tell, I'm a little winded, but just kind of had me realize, you know, I've been spending a lot of time in the gym lifting heavy weights and seeing a lot of results, adding muscle, getting bigger, and definitely happy with the results I've seen there. But coming on this, realizing my cardio game is lacking a little bit. So a lot of focus on just lifting, getting big, adding that muscle, getting strong, which has been cool. But I'm definitely someone that likes overall fitness. You know, I mentioned before, I'm not a bodybuilder, and I'm not an elite, you know, endurance athlete. I like to be general, just overall fitness. So strong body, you know, flexible, you know, limber, but, you know, have some good endurance and some good cardio, and kind of getting a reminder that I've probably been focused a little bit too much on building muscle lately. So I'm gonna make it a goal of mine to get out and start doing a little more cardio work. Nothing crazy. I mean, not trying to run a marathon or anything, but, you know, definitely get a couple more runs in, a couple more hikes in, and just kind of improve that cardiovascular health a little bit. But it's a beautiful morning though out here in Riverside. You can just take a look at these views, man. So the fact that I don't utilize this more is kind of sad, to be honest. There was a time when I was running a lot more. I would come back out here and I would run this, a little 5-mile loop. And I do that a couple times a week on top of the lifting, and been off my game a little bit. But yeah, there's a time I got into more like endurance type stuff. I was even thinking about running marathons and doing all that shit, and I was pretty leaned out at that point. That was probably 2-3 years ago. And running's obviously great for you, but I'm not trying to be the best fucking runner there is. You know, that shit honestly sucks. It's not fun. And I've had some knee surgeries and some hip problems, and you know, I'm not making excuses, but running definitely hurts the knees a little bit, hips a little bit. So try to avoid running too much. Just kind of stick into more hiking, walking type stuff. And that should burn some calories, burn some fat off. But man, what a nice fucking day though. Can't beat it. Walking with my dog Blue. Blue, come here. Come here. What's up, dude? Come on. Shit. Did I learn that when you're filming on your phone? Maybe if I'm wrong, but you can't flip your camera around. Like from selfie mode to whatever that is not selfie mode. You can do that on Instagram, like kind of go back and forth, but can't do that on here. Unless there's a way, I don't know. If you guys know, let me know. I'm trying to figure that shit out though. But I'm a dog blue. A nice blue nose pit. I'll probably get to meet him in future videos. But man, it's just nice. So if you notice in my videos, I'm about a week in doing this kind of documentation or whatever the fuck you want to call this. And kind of talking about some random topics. I don't really have a structure for what I'm talking about. Just kind of whatever's in my head that day or at that moment, kind of go in on that a little bit. So I just wanted to, since I brought it up, talk about some of those injuries that I brought up. So my right knee, I had about 60% of my meniscus taken out. This was probably 15, 16 years ago. Actually, when was that? I was like 17 when I got that. I'm 31 now, so I'm not great at math, but whatever that is. But in high school, I was playing football, and I was kind of engaged as a middle linebacker. And there's a play that was ran, and I was engaged with the blocker like up top, and kind of twisted my body around. My right foot got basically pinned in the turf, and you know, was that we were playing on artificial turf, which doesn't have a lot of give to it. Basically pinned my right foot in. My upper body got twisted. I tore meniscus in my right knee, and this was like week 4 of the season, and went to the doctor, got the MRI, got all that stuff, and basically said that you can't make a meniscus tear worse really, and that you could keep playing on it. So I ended up playing the rest of the season on a torn meniscus, and honestly, it fucking sucked. My knee swelled up. It was like twice the size that it normally is, and I had to wear a big ass brace, and really couldn't move around as good as I used to. Lost a lot of speed, obviously mobility, but fuck it, I was gonna do it anyway. So I did that, and then after the season they ended up doing the surgery on it and just removing it. Meniscus is basically like a cushiony material in your knee that pads the 2 bones in your femur and your fibia and tibia from hitting into each other. And it's a material that doesn't get a lot of blood flow, so at least what I was told is the best solution was just to remove it. They say that if they try to stitch it together inside your knee, because of that lack of blood flow, it doesn't heal very well, so it doesn't really stay together. So for me, the best option was to remove it, at least 60% of it, or the torn piece of it. And honestly, it hasn't really bothered me too much until recently. They did tell me when they did it, you know, probably have a higher chance of like early arthritis in that knee. And the first year or 2 after the surgery, I noticed it a little bit, you know, at times be a little painful in there. I noticed it most when I was like going snowboarding, kind of get that cold weather in there, and just would notice it there. And then over time, I think it just got better, healed up, and honestly, I didn't notice it much. Recently, I've been lifting a lot more, doing a lot more squats and things like that, just kind of putting a little more abuse on it, and kind of been feeling it lately. So keep pushing through it. And I think the worst thing that you could do is just stop movement altogether. I don't think that's good. But yes, I've had that. Shit, about 4 or 5 years ago, I was on a hike in Yosemite with some friends, and I was kind of climbing this waterfall. Slipped off a rock. Like had my leg. Yeah, it's not gonna fucking work. I'm gonna try to show you guys. Had my leg like up on a rock. I was basically gonna like hoist myself up onto this rock, and the rock surface was wet and slippery, and kind of slipped. Basically, my right knee went as far as it possibly could into my chest, and in my hip. Fuck, it hurt, man. I felt it instantly. And never got that like officially diagnosed. Went to the doctor, just kind of told him about it, and like probably like a torn labrum or something like that. But they never ordered an MRI on it. Just kind of said to wait. So I don't really know what happened in there. But that was a fucking bitch. I felt that every day for like almost 2 years, and was thinking I'd have to get like surgery on it or go back to the doctors and demand an MRI and kind of see and get to the bottom of it. But honestly, that has gone away almost completely. So, but it was 2 years of like, shit, that hurts. So that's cool, but I don't want to run too much and maybe re-aggravate that. I do notice with the injuries, and if I don't work out, without like rest or whatever, you know, but if I don't work out, they seem to get worse, you know. So I think that movement is good to keep the blood flowing in there, keeping everything all healed up. But if I go get lazy for a month or two, which I could do from time to time, right now I'm on a pretty good routine and kind of path. Since May, I've been charging hard and working out 4 or 5 times a week, doing the cold plunge and all that good shit. But if I don't work out and I start eating a little bad or putting on a little weight, then I'll start to feel those things. My knee will start to hurt, my hip will start to hurt. So probably a combination of things. Obviously, lack of movement, lack of blood flow, that those areas are just getting a little stiff and a little tight. I think putting on that extra weight, just carrying an extra 20, 30 pounds on your knees and on your hip joints, putting that additional pressure on there, obviously isn't good. So for me, I'm adding some muscle, about 200 pounds right now. So like, I don't really want to be a bodybuilder. I don't want to get too big, you know, get myself up to like 230, like 220, 230 of muscle, which I think I can do. I definitely could do, but I just don't think that would be the healthiest option for me. And honestly, that look for me is too fucking big. Like a little more lean, a little more athletic looking, not just this fucking massive bodybuilder. So it's kind of where my fitness takes me. But man, this video is probably gonna be fucking terrible. I'm fucking really sucking wind now. I'm sure you guys can notice it. But the first mile, try to show you guys this. The first mile of this hike is basically directly uphill. So I probably picked a pretty bad time to film this because, you know, I don't know what the elevation gain is. I'll look it up when I get to the top maybe. But yeah, the first mile is fucking a ruck straight up. So I'm feeling it. But whatever. yeah, so anyway, hip injuries, knee injuries, all that good shit. Obviously, you guys know about the concussion. I'm not gonna go into that now. Those are like my two big body injuries. Honestly, for the amount of shit that I do, I feel like I've been pretty lucky on the injury front. Never broken a bone my entire life, knock on wood, which is crazy. I played football since I was like 6, 7 years old, all the way through high school, and then a brief stint at junior college. I'm going to that another video. I wouldn't even really classify that as playing football, honestly, for me at least. But yeah, football, snowboard in the winter. I'll snowboard 3-4 times a month. Ride my dirt bike. I do that quite a bit. Do a lot of runs down to Mexico. And I'm out in Ocotillo Wells and Baja, Mexico. Like not racing in the big Baja 250s or 500s or thousands, but go down there like a week before or week after the actual official race and run a decent portion of the course. So, but yeah, snowboarding, dirt biking, water sports, single ski on water, wakeboard. I've actually gashed my head open wakeboarding pretty good. I was getting towed and basically the fucking boot mount broke, ripped off of my foot. Like the boot was actually still on my foot, but it pulled away from the board. And the board basically came up and cracked me right in the fucking forehead. Left a nice little gash, had to get a couple stitches for that. But yeah, so actually I've been, all things considered, pretty damn fortunate. But the concussion deal has probably been my biggest fucking thing that I've been dealing with. But I was putting it in perspective a little bit the other day, and even just kind of realized it now. I was talking, but my hip thing that I mentioned took fucking 2 years for that to kind of go away and feel normal. And when I injured my head with the concussion, it's taken a long time, couple months, not seeing any progress. I'm like, well, shit. If a hip can take 2 years to heal, to feel normal again, your brain's a lot more fucking complex than a hip is. A lot more going on up there. So I'm like, should be reasonable to expect a head injury to take just as long as a body part to heal, even longer than that. Like ACL recovery, like a year. Achilles, like a year. Well, a serious head injury, why not? Why wouldn't it take like a year, you know? So a little perspective on that, I suppose. But anyway, I just got to the peak of this hike, and there's like I'm at the highest level now, but I could go a couple hundred yards to the left. There's like a little rock area to chill at. I'm gonna go over there and chill, and then start making my way back down. So probably should have started filming this video on the descent. I wouldn't be sucking as much wind. You guys could probably hear me a lot better, but whatever. That's what it is. And right as I ended that selfie video, a fucking big ass coyote ran right across me. Try to zoom in. Shit, the zoom on this camera is pretty good. I fucking lost him though. Dude ran a couple 100 feet right in front of me. Fucking trippy. Oh, there he is. So I'm gonna try to go around and get a better angle of him with Blue. And you know, the coyotes are pretty timid around here. I know what would happen if Blue ran up on him. Coyote would probably either run away or, honestly, Blue's a big old scary pit. Blue, come here. But he's a pussy. Blue wouldn't do shit. Coyote would probably fuck him up. But you never know. I think the coyote would probably run. I lost track of him. I'm gonna get up on that peak, maybe I could see him. Oh shit, there he is. Badass. Fuck, if I was a hunter, he'd be fucking done. Oh, dude. Look at him. Dude, that might be... It's one of the bigger ones I've seen out here. They got shitty camera work. I apologize for that. He's fuck, he's probably 50 yards from me. I'm trotting away now. Bitchin'. I'm gonna try to get a better angle of him. Oh yeah, this dude. They're not too afraid of me right now. Shit, normally, once they see ya, they fucking scamper pretty good. I don't know. He's a big one, man. Maybe he doesn't give a fuck. He's seen some shit. Oh yeah, there he is. Fuck. He's probably 150, 200 yards from me. You got fucking Blue Dog right here checking him out. What up, Blue? Blue probably just thinks he's a dog. Oh shit, he's walking towards me. Oh damn, I looked away and my... Oh, there he is. Trippy. I'm walking away from him. He's just chilling, doing his thing. Well, I'm not gonna lie, I mean, usually the coyotes are pretty timid around here. I don't think they're ever known to really like attack people, but as I turned my back to him, he started walking away. I felt a little sketched out, you know. I don't think he'd run up on me with me and Blue, but kind of keeping an eye on him as I'm walking away. I'm sure he's pretty fucking scared, but should that be something if he fucking came after me? So, yeah, I think we're good though. All right, so I made it to the top of that little peak. And just, man, every time I come up here, I'm like, why don't I spend more time coming up here? I'm just gonna pan around. But it's just gorgeous out here. Be so close to home in Riverside. This is something I really need to start taking way more advantage of. Man, it's nice. Flip the camera around, give you guys another view. I know that I've been using the front camera a lot, and I know the back camera obviously shoots in way higher resolution, but still figuring out a way to film myself and be able to do this easily. And really the front camera's been what I found, it's been the best way for me to do this. But man, it's just nice. So I'm on the descent of the hike, and took a minute up on that rock, caught my breath. Much easier to talk now without sucking so much wind, but it's Christmas Eve. Honestly, I woke up, I wasn't feeling great today. Went out with some friends last night, and wasn't up super late. Ended up going to bed at like midnight, but eating a bunch of shitty food yesterday. Fucking roommate and me DoorDash some Del Taco and fucking went to town on that. And what did I have for lunch? Oh, yesterday I did some work in my house yesterday. Some landscaping shit, and got like a big old fucking El Pollo Loco thing. And El Pollo Loco's not the worst. Yeah, El Pollo Loco's probably pretty good if you just keep it to like the chicken and the other shit. But I got like a fucking burrito with a bunch of extra bullshit on it. Tortillas and carbs and all that, which are not the carbs that you want to be taking in. And of course, Del Taco ain't fucking good for you either. But there's definitely a direct correlation for me between what I eat and how I feel. And if I eat bad food, I feel like shit. Wake up the next morning, down, not as motivated. I know I just did a video about diet like 2 days ago. Now I'm talking about eating fucking Del Taco and going hard, but like I mentioned, I'm not perfect, you know? And my diet's not perfect. It's most of the time it's pretty damn good. It helped me see a lot of results, but I'm human. You know, sometimes you just want to binge on some Del Taco. But anyway, woke up not feeling fucking great is the point of this. And didn't really have a plan for the day. It's Christmas Eve. I'm going to meet with some family later today. But you know, I'm 31, single. I don't have any family. Well, I have family, obviously. I don't have any kids of my own or not dating anyone right now. And you know, for the holidays, sometimes for me, it can be not as much of a joyous time as it is for everybody else. And I know kids waking me up all excited for Christmas and all that good shit, so I wasn't in the greatest mood. So like, oh fuck it, I'll just go on this hike, clear my head a little bit. And honestly, every time you do that, you feel better. Get the blood flowing, clear your head a little bit. Out in nature, you know, it's nice and sunny out here. Shit, it's fucking a little cloudy, but there's enough sun peeking through to make you feel good. So got the shirt off, taking in some vitamin D, and then once I got to that top, man, everything just clears out of your head, feels so much better. And yeah, and movement is important. Getting that exercise in is super important. But yeah. All right, just wrapped up that little hike there and jumped in the cold plunge for the day. And then after that, just gonna get the day, whew, fuck. Oh, God damn it. So normally I'll just get the first part of my body in here. Ooh. And then I'll just chill for a minute. And even though I just hiked, my body's all warm and hot. Like I said, it never gets easier. So I get that first initial shock done. I'll usually hang out here for like a minute. Once you get past that minute, you know, it's pretty easy, but then I gotta fucking go through the shock again, getting the rest of my body in. So honestly, I probably should just go on fully right from the beginning, because then you have to go through 2 shocks. And that's cold. Just gonna do probably 3-4 minutes today. But after that hike, I'll get your body nice and warm and loose, and then you come in here and honestly, I don't know what the fuck you're doing here. You fucking struggle is what you're doing here. I don't know why I do this shit. No, it sucks, man. I'm not gonna lie, it sucks, but there's definitely something to it. You know, you just go through 4 minutes of pain, but the benefits to the body that I've noticed, just the inflammation reduction, I think it's worth that 4 minutes of pain. And then just the benefits to the mood that I've noticed. It's an overall feeling, just an overall better well-being. I don't know, it's hard to describe, but you get out of this thing and you're just, obviously you got that exhilaration, that feeling of, you know, getting out of cold water. I mean, if you've ever jumped in like a really cold lake, then you know that feeling. And then when you get out, just that, fired up feeling that you get. My dog's freaking out. He probably hears me talking in here. But yeah, just get that fired up feeling getting out. And that, it lasts a long time. I mean, it lasts a really long time, so. It's worth it at the end. Just go through that 4 minutes and it's worth it. I'll tell you, man, my right shoulder is gonna get jacked doing these videos because I don't know how anyone else does this. Maybe like use a tripod or a stick or something, but I've just been holding my phone up with my right hand. My fucking shoulders are getting blasted. But anyway, it's cold up to the neck. Got my electric e-bike in the background there. Cobalt Property Management work car hanging out. And then my truck, F-150 over there. So, golf cart in the back. I don't know, it's killing time talking about shit in my garage. But an electric e-bike, I just got that like a month ago. The thing is pretty sweet. I'll probably do a video about that. I spent a lot of time researching that, and I'll let you know my pros and cons of that thing. It's good, but it's got some cons too. All right, that's 4 minutes. Let me just get out of this thing. I just have my towel waiting for me right there. I just wrap myself up. I'll probably, today I'll probably kind of naturally warm up, not jump right in the shower because I'm not going to work. But normally when I do this in the morning on a work day, I'll jump right in the shower and kind of get my morning routine started. But it's, what is it today? Sunday? Christmas Eve Sunday. So I'll dry off, just let my body naturally warm up, start the rest of my day. So.